top 8ing in the very first attempt with Tezzeret. It's that good. Welcome back, vintage gamers. I was not planning on streaming this challenge because I was working on my Box Bootcamp games, which are currently a disaster. But the server melted down over at Riot Games, so I am going to stream the vintage challenge tonight, Friday night, instead of tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. I had an idea that I wanted to give a shot, and that is build a Tezzeret deck in the style of the broken KarnForge deck that got restricted a few years back. So what I've done is I've taken the Karns and the Forges, which we're not allowed to play 4 ofs, and I've made them Tezzerets and Flesh Rakers. And we also have the One Ring now. So we have a lot of really powerful hits up at the top end. So I've kind of melded the working Flesh Raker shells, and I've melded the broken KarnForge deck that got restricted, and I put them together into this list, and we'll see how it plays out tonight. It was really nice because I got to cut like all the patchwork automatons, I got to cut the scrawling crawlers, and we're just all in on doing powerful colorless things. So we do have Flesh Raker double top combo supplemented by our Tezzeret. We've got the full 4 Grim Monoliths, but also some serum powders in here to really dig for that combo. One ring with Tezzerets and multiple keys. We've got the Forge and the Karn. We got both of the restrictive pieces in Bauble and Chalice to get with our Tezzeret. We've got Time Vault and obviously all the million keys. I do have the Walking Ballista to tutor up off of Tezzeret if we so desire. I have kept the 4 Talon Gates mana base with the additional 2 cities, and I'm going to try splashing just a singleton portable hole off of these Talon Gates as additional ways to answer Null Rod style effects. I am playing defense grids in the main in hopes to resolve my combo pieces and kill them. And sideboard, I have a lot of Dredge hate and oof removal and Massacres and Worm Coils. So we'll have to figure out the exact way to board that as we go. I will see you in round 1. I'll be a special guest at the Steel City Spectacular August 14th through 17th in Pittsburgh. This CEDH main event will also feature a Legacy Battle for Duels and a Vintage Battle for a Black Lotus. 15 proxy Vintage with a Black Lotus as the main prize. I hope to see you at these amazing Eternal Magic the Gathering events. Let's battle. Okay, welcome to round 1 of the Vintage Challenge up against Subasa Cat. Kevin might be Lurrus Doomsday. I sure hope it's not, because we are not in a very comfortable position to battle against Doomsday. That's definitely a deck we're not looking to see. But we'll give it a shot. We do have a nice Jet top Academy defense grid starter, and then to Tezzeret stuff. Oh, I got probed. Well, that's unfortunate. Probe is an abomination. But it also is what it is. We'll have to see if he's on Doomsday Lurrus or just Frog stuff, Frog Wasteland. If I'm swatting at things, it's because there are a pair of gnats. Oh, I killed one. Oh, there is a single gnat that I'm trying to murder, and it has been eluding me all day. Oh, I drew a Talon Gates. Okay, all right. So I am still going to sequence in the exact same way. If my opponent has perfect information here. If they want to Spell Pierce my Jet, they can Spell Pierce my Jet. All right, well, we got Spell Pierce out of the way, and we still drew this land, so joke's on them. I get to keep playing the game anyways, and now all of my Spell Pierceable targets are less vulnerable, so that's good for us. They also have perfect information, so I can just F6 here. I guess I can't F6 because I have a stupid Sensei Stomp. What if he plays, like, Tropical Island Collector Oof? What if he plays Time Walk Doomsday? Facing off against Doomsday in round 1 of this challenge is by far the worst thing that could have possibly happened to us, because I think our deck is terrible against Doomsday. But maybe it's maybe this is just blue-black frog wastelands and stuff. I mean, we don't want to see wastelands either, but Ancient Tomb. I think I'm just gonna act like I don't have that one and go with the defense grid. Bowmaster in response. Vamp in response. Daze. Okay. And then a Bowmaster. Okay. Yeah, and then a Bowmaster. All right. Well, we have our choice of large and in charge threats to throw at our opponent here. They've only played Spell Pierce Daze. They haven't played a Frog yet, which would have been pretty good in this spot. 3 cards in their hand. Are they going to buy Lurrus? They bought Lurrus. It's a good sign. So let's see if they have a Force and slam a One Ring. What else could I do? I could play an Ancient Tomb, play a Tezzeret, and get a Vexing Bauble. I don't think that's particularly good here. Is a One Ring what I want to do, though? I mean, I can go One Ring into Tezzeret on the next turn and untap the one. I mean, it's like, do I think the One Ring is going to resolve, though? I mean, if it resolves, it's pretty good for us. If my One Ring goes on the stack and it doesn't resolve, can I win the game? That's a question that I have. But if my Tezzeret goes on the stack, what the hell will I even do with it? I mean, I can go and immediately search out a Vexing Bauble. I just think that if my opponent has a counter spell that's non-force, like it's a Force of Negation, they can just hold it up. All right, I'm gonna try to get this in here. I know they have a Lurrus in hand, so they only have 3 other cards. It has to be exactly Force blue card. All right. One Ring resolving is really good for us. So I should activate now, so they have to shoot their army, I guess. All right. 3rd Tezzeret is probably not what we were looking for. But, I don't know. Maybe we win next turn. Just a Lurrus? Or do you have a Gush? Or just a Lurrus? Okay. All right. I mean, they used their counter spells on Jet and Defense Grid, so. Another ring. That's super cool. So currently I have 5 mana. Surely we start by activating a ring. Take 2 damage. City Flush Raker. They could have Fatal Push. I can play a new ring off of City Academy, get the protection, and then play a Tezzeret off of the Ancient Tomb. I think that's like a better plan than playing the Flesh Raker first. I think I like this plan more. And I would rather draw 1, draw 3 than just draw 3, right? So I will keep this new One Ring. Gain protection. So now I can use this Ancient Tomb. So I'll start by drawing. Maybe I'm just supposed to play Flesh Raker. If I find like another top. No, I need to just draw cards, right? Let's play my Tezzeret. And then let's untap my ring. Let's draw with this. Okay. Oh, I guess they can shoot Tezzeret, sure. It's not even a big deal though, right? All right, well, I have double Flesh Raker, double top, but there is a Bowmaster in play. So I guess we can't infinite combo our opponent without the Talon Gates. It's kind of annoying. Oh, we could tutor Ballista. You're right. I did put the Ballista in my deck. That is very true. So I could activate Tez targeting the One Ring and then activate the One Ring. Well, they milled over a Vexing Bauble. I don't think that matters. Well, no, there was a Walking Ballista in the original KarnForge list as well, but it's certainly helpful here. So I need to think, because I won't have infinite life here. I'll have 10 life plus I can always get Bowmaster targeting me. Oh, with Tezzeret dies through the One Ring. Ah, yes, okay. All right. So in that case, I'm hoping they have nothing. Oh, they can use the Bauble to make Fatal Push. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay. Oh, I found the Talon Gates. I guess that makes my life easy. Is there like a better? I can still. I think I can hold the ring activation and then go for all. Okay, so I'll play a Talon Gates. I want to phase out this Bowmaster, float this city. I still can get pushed, and I can still get negated. Let's play a Flesh Raker. Yeah, I'm aware of I'm aware of Raker kill. Thank you. I hold this One Ring activation for a Bowmaster. I'm just trying to play around cards that will disrupt my Raker kill. So I'm trying to think of interesting ways to get around things. I guess there's no reason to use this Ancient Tomb because I can't. No, I can because this will give me a thing. Okay, so I can use this Ancient Tomb to play this. So if they have another Bowmaster, at any point they play that, I respond with a ring. If they have Fatal Push, then I have 2 Rakers. Clearly has something. Just gotta figure out what it is. Blue. Draw a card. All right. So, blue. Black, I assume. Fatal Push. Which is fine. That just happens. We get our Raker, I hope. And then I'll go for the top. And then if they have a Bowmaster here, I can still ring in response to the Bowmaster. I have to try to get like a bunch of my tokens to stay in play in case I get double pushed. If they respond to this with a push, then I can still ring and try to figure out exactly what we want to do. All right. How much mana do I have? Tutoring a Ballista doesn't give me enough mana to cast and shoot with it, though, right? Well, I guess I get my two Tezzerets back, so I could do that. Then I'm using my Academy. I think if they had a push, they would have responded with a push. So I think you're right. I think we're gonna... Oh, wait, no, this is not enough mana. No, it will be enough mana. So this is fine. So then I will minus Tez. Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista for 1. This opens me up to... They had double Fatal Push. Okay. Maybe I should activate... So I have 2 blockers to block this. I have 2 blockers. I could also play a Monolith, play another Tez, and untap the Ring and draw. Doesn't seem very good, though. This is really bad, isn't it? Because I can't combo kill them now unless I find, like... Well, if I don't need to block with the Walking Ballista, I can hold the Walking Ballista at least. Oh, I forgot I could Karn for the portable hole. I don't know. I feel like I played this game this turn. Wow, I have Raker top Talon Gates. So if I had blind drawn, I would have won the game. That's kind of funny. So what I'll do is just try to win the game if I get another turn here. Can't believe they had double push off of Bauble activation. They have another Bowmaster. Wow, I can't beat this. 2 Bowmaster, 2 push. Wow, because if I shoot the Bowmaster, they bring it back with Lurrus. And my Talon Gates isn't going to be enough. All right. Well, let's see. I have a Karn and a portable hole, right? So if I have enough mana, maybe it's enough. So I block this. I go to 4. I go to 1. I can't use my Ancient Tomb. No, I got Wastelanded too. Why Pink Face? Pink Face is terrible in comparison to getting rid of Walking Ballista. Wow, my opponent just had all of the best answers. It's crazy. All right, maybe I still have enough. What is going on? No way. Oh, I just like literally don't give a shit. That's why. It's a completely irrelevant game action that I don't need to put any effort into doing. That's crazy. My opponent. Wow. I can't believe we lost this game. So good. Oh, wow. That's incredible. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the way we played the game. I played around like a lot of powerful answers. They just had every single card was a powerful answer. Damn. I mean, maybe there was a better way we could have played it. It's possible. So if I had I thought about playing a main deck portable hole, but I didn't know if I had enough Talon Gates for that. If I had the main deck portable hole, I could have used my Tezzeret, gotten the portable hole, and hit. I mean, I still can't hit enough things. My opponent has 3 things I need to hit now. Unfortunate. I thought we were so far ahead in that game. It's wild. The fact that Bowmaster disrupts Glaring Fleshraker combo is really bad for me. I'm gonna try bringing in Masticores and Worm Coils if he's playing blue-black, right? Am I supposed to bring in Dismember in this matchup? I can't imagine I am. So I don't feel like this is a Serum Powder matchup. I'm not playing Patchwork Automaton, bruh. I'm not playing that shit card. Patchwork Automaton would do absolutely nothing in that game. Less than nothing. They have a Lurrus with a Bowmaster loop from the yard. Patchwork is worse than a dead card. It's so bad. What the hell? Oh, tilt me. Okay. I'm gonna get Chalice out. I don't think Chalice is that good here. Manifold, bro. It's not. That is not a realistic play pattern in that game. It's just not remotely a realistic play pattern. I want to live in the bizarro universe that some vintage players live in, but I just can't. I can't believe that's the response you just gave. That's wild to me. Anyways. Actually, don't. One key. Like, the whole point of the deck is to actually make it a powerful combo deck. I'm not going to go sit around playing Scrawling Crawlers and Patchwork Automatons like it's modern or something. Oh, boy. Four. Don't know what my last cut is. Maybe a 1 ring. Maybe a 1 ring. Let's try this. Bro, just play a completely different deck that attacks on a completely different axis. That'll would have won you the game. Oh, yeah, maybe if I had played mono white and I had led on Archon of Emeria, that would have been a lot better against my opponent right there. All right, game 2. We're focused. We're gaming. Playing turn 1 ring. You see, if you'd played turn 1 Bazaar of Baghdad, it would have been very good against their No Rod. I really like how that game went, honestly. Like, we lost that game, right? But my opponent needed to have like 4 direct pieces of interaction there to win that game. They had like 5 interactive pieces. No, that's not why we don't cut the bad cards. That's a different deck. I'm not playing your deck. I'm playing a completely different deck. I actively think we win that game most times. It's just like my opponent had just enough. Like, they had 2 pushes for 2 Rakers, and they had 2 Bowmasters, and they had a Null Rod and Bauble on the top of it, and they milled over the Bauble with their Undercity Sewers. Like, it was a little unlucky. I think our deck performed really well into that, too. All right. I got turn 1 ring. I assume my opponent's going to turn 1 null rod me. Maybe I should have kept Chalicin. They only have 2 Moxen in their deck, right? 3 Moxen in their deck. Turn 1 Ancestral. All right. Better or worse than turn 1 ring? 2 out of 3 Moxen. So they can still null rod me. Strip mine, null rod. All right, well. It's unlucky. Sapphire Pearl. Got a lot of damage going to our face here. All right, well. Guess we find out if this resolves first. I will free your Moxen and draw. Vexing Bobble, a little late there, Mr. Bobble. Is it better to spin or just deploy or crack? I don't know. We've resolved all of our spells, so it's not like Bobble is doing anything unless they draw Force later. I do need to like, make my way towards a workshop so I can play Wormcoil. I guess we can spin first and then see. I see. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a second top is helping us very much here, so. I still am losing a lot of life. Well, he knows what he wants to do. Another null rod. Demonic Tutor for a second null rod. Okay. I mean, those can both be true. Those are not those are not exclusive of each other. I can be very unlucky on turn 1 in the way it's sequenced out, and I can be very lucky on turn 2 when I draw the best card I could have hit. I don't know why people don't understand that. Individual things. So overall, maybe I'm medium lucky, negative lucky. It's not like a big deal. Like it's part of playing the game of Magic. Sometimes you are lucky and sometimes you are not lucky. Decks are in a randomized order, except when you Demonic Tutor. So yeah, I guess it's just locked my whole board back down. I don't know if we're even. I wouldn't put us at even. With this strip mine. I don't know about even here. I could have played Bobble and Crack Bobble instead of spinning, and that's something I considered doing, and it might have been better. Oh, I'm getting double wastelanded. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not having a lot of fun. So I'm never going to be able to draw out of this. I'm going to lose to my ring and my mana crypts. We can't play the Wormcoil. We didn't draw any workshops. We drew all Talon Gates. Yep, they got a clock as well. I don't know. I'm not really unhappy with the choices we made. It's just not good enough to beat Ancestral off of Sapphire. They have triple strip mine. Yeah. Okay. This is why Kevin's one of the best. Wasteland Gaming. Tough round 1 loss. I think our deck did some good stuff, but not enough to beat what Kevin had going on here. So try again in round 2. Like, there were definitely things we could have. I thought we played game 1 pretty well, but I'm not 100% sure we actually did.
Okay.
Like, we played around second Bowmaster, second push in pretty meaningful ways. We also had to play the entirety of this first game with opponent having perfect information because they had Gataxian Probe. Unfortunate. But, like, I really like how we played this game. I led with this, got Spell Pierce, that's totally fine. Played this. Opponent Time Walks. I drew Ancient Tomb, but I hide the Ancient Tomb. It does run me into a Daze, but I'm not playing around the 1 daze anyways, and I don't want to show them the Ancient Tomb. It's going to give them too much information, especially if they have a Wasteland and they want to Wasteland the Tolarian Academy that they know about. So, like, I like this play. Yeah, I get Dazed. That's not a huge deal. They have a Bowmaster, which is really good for them. It's going to eliminate a lot of our ways to winning. But then we're pretty lucky here because our opponent doesn't have a Force of Will, and they don't force a will the One Ring. And, like, you could absolutely argue to not even play the One Ring here because your opponent could force it and you would probably lose the game on the spot. But you also have to take the opportunity while your opponent's tapped out and they've made a very aggressive plays that don't feel like they have a Force of Will. So you make the play. We made the play, we got the One Ring, and we start drawing. Now, of course, we're under the spot where they have a active Bowmaster. We have lots of choices, but we definitely want to be activating the ring multiple times this turn. So we start with 1 activation to ring because it's just going to be 2 damage. It's worth it to get the information. Got the information. Have a city. Have a glaring Flesh Raker. Like that. Definitely need to play and resolve a ring this turn so that we don't die. And I don't want to play the Flesh Raker because I'm very worried about my opponent having access to fetch land, Wasteland, fetch land, Fatal Push here. So we play the new ring to get protection, and then we get to use our Ancient Tomb without taking damage, and we have a ton of mana here. We get to do a free draw, and I choose here not to play the Raker because of that Fatal Push. The only thing Karn does is tutor the Portable Hole, which I think is kind of silly. Yeah, but if I play the Tezzeret and the Tezzeret gets countered, then it's like super bad. It's still super bad, right? Like, I think if you play the Tezzeret and the Tezzeret gets countered, we lost the game on the spot, right? It's like we're just too tempoed out from that point. I think you just have to resolve the One Ring and hope it works. Yeah, and then I'm running pretty good here. I actually think my draws are quite good. I have 2 Rakers. I use the Tezzeret to untap the ring and draw another ring. I mean, getting 2 Rakers and 2 rings is not really crazy because we drew 7 cards this turn, right? I don't know. And then they take a hit. This puts us in a pretty good spot. So the problem is my opponent doesn't get to have to use the Fatal Push, uses the sewers and bins a Vexing Bauble, gets to replay the Vexing Bauble, and then they end up having like 3 remaining cards, and their last 3 cards are Push Push Bowmaster or, yeah, I mean, it can't be Null Rod, right? I mean, maybe they held Null Rod. It could be Null Rod. I think it's Push Push Bowmaster, which is like crazy good. Because we play this turn out in a way that lets us play around Push and second Bowmaster. I mean, this draw was sick, though. The second Talon Skates was sick because we didn't have to actually do the thing right away. And so we actually, I think we make a pretty solid play here. We get the Raker first, which I think makes sense. It resolves. Then we cast a second Raker, which immediately prompts a crack of the Bauble and then a Fatal Push. We play the top so we can get the Raker trigger, and then immediately, it doesn't get immediately pushed, which is kind of interesting, I guess. I kind of thought he was thinking about like sequencing in a Bowmaster before the Raker resolved. That's what I was thinking. And then from here, I played Tezzeret. Because I'm still trying to play around second Bowmaster as well. So I play a Tezzeret. and I get a Walking Ballista, and I cast a Walking Ballista, and then I get second pushed. So now, like... So if I had not played around second Bowmaster, what do I get from this? If I, instead of playing around second Bowmaster, what I do something else? Like, I'm trying not to use my ring because I want to play around second Bowmaster. I guess the way to do that would have just been start activating top. I think his hand was push Bowmaster, and then he top decked Null Rod. So, like, I don't know. I like how this played out, honestly. I feel like we played it pretty well. It's kind of funny here, because if I blind draw with top, I win the game, because there's actually a third Raker on the top of my library. Oh, actually, that doesn't win the game, because I wouldn't have a mana to use the Sensei Stop, so it wouldn't win. Could have tapped the... Well, yeah, I was very specifically not tapping the ring, because I think my opponent has a Bowmaster. If I tap the ring before playing the... Oh, you mean like before before all the Flesh Rakers? If we lead with one ring to draw second Bowmaster, and then I have to go through the Tezzeret line, it actually would win the game, yeah. That's an impossible play to see. The only way this play is good is if they have double push, right? No, that's not the reason, CRK. The reason is because we're just trying to... Because it jams our opponent on mana because they have to get Revolt. But I actually think we are supposed to do it because we know that we can answer both Bowmasters. That's kind of crazy. Okay. All right. I mean, like, this is not an easy set of turns, and I don't think anyone would have played it. I think most people are going to play it differently than we did. I think we made a good attempt at playing around the most possible things, but we didn't play around Bowmaster push well. I think we played around Bowmaster pretty well, and we played around push pretty well. That's not. You are oversimplifying the situation, because we are trying to play out in a way that is the best against Bowmaster. And the best way to... I figured the best way to beat Bowmaster would be if my opponent goes for the Bowmaster, once I start the Sensei Stop combo, then I can draw the One Ring without any problems. But that was slightly incorrect because of the way that the deck is configured with a Walking Ballista. I mean, it's no Lurrus, so... I think this board plan is probably fine, and I think this play is fine, and this keep is fine, but, like, my opponent had just, like, way too good of a draw here as well. I don't think this is a big problem. Like, obviously, we drew best possible card off the top, and we still lost, so... I think here, I could have theoretically... I think here, it might have been slightly better to play Bobble and Crack Bobble to go one deeper, but then we wouldn't have spun in the right order anyways. Like, we spun multiple lands to the top. I'm not really worried about this game two. This game two is basically just a wash. Like, there wasn't really any decisions in this game two. In game one, I think this is the game we had a ton of decisions, and I think we made pretty good decisions, but maybe not the most optimal decisions. But I don't know. This game one's a good learning experience, though. So, all right, welcome to round two. We're up against probably Dredge. I like our hand. We don't have a main deck like Needle or Crypt or anything, but we do have rings and combo elements, so I think that's totally fine. Sideboard, we should just be like in an incredibly good spot with Worm Coils, Crypts, Needles, Cages, Lanterns, and Tezzeret to find them all, so... Well, I mean, they also Serum Pattern. Crunch Lash almost always plays Dredge. Icarid Shell, no grief. So I can go Workshop, Monolith, Tezzeret. Because I think the One Ring is more valuable than the Tezzeret. And the Tezzeret will get forced. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's go. And if the Tezzeret doesn't get forced, that's fine too. Because it just makes itself back. Okay. So I don't have anything in my deck that's a main deck grave hit. I mean, I get Vexing Bauble. But if they didn't counter it, it means they have nothing, right? I mean, I could just still get Vex. I mean, well, there's nothing that I think they can cast if they didn't counter it here. I mean, they could have Mindbreak Trap. I mean, I'd much rather get a ring going earlier than later. Well, I'm just thinking if I want to try playing around more cards, but like, they would certainly have forced Tezzeret, right? They wouldn't have held force for the One Ring. But I can easily just take a turn here and get Vexing Bauble and play Vexing Bauble top, and then it's 100% to resolve on the next turn. I think I should just do that. I guess I could have Mental Misstep. Is Tezzeret performing well in Vintage so far? It did not perform well in the first challenge, no. But it wasn't played very much. I don't think people have the card yet. I guess my Tezzeret could die here, but is that even a bad thing? Like, if they do 6 damage and kill Tezzeret, are we even unhappy? Don't think so. And the ring is better on future turns with more Icarids and more Dredgers. Are they going to really spend 6 damage to kill Tezzeret? Tezzeret's already back to 4 loyalty because we went, held the Emerald till after and played Emerald Bauble top. It's pretty strong. So now we have uncounterable, 1 ring, and then we just need to figure our way through. So 3 Icarids in the yard now. I assume they bring back both Icarids. Dredge the Imp. Hits a Narcomoeba and a Prized Amalgam. Are they going to kill Tezzeret, or are they going to attack me? They are going to kill Tezzeret. Okay, so we take no damage this turn. I'm pretty happy, right? So let's lead ring. Draw. Flesh Raker. I can't play the Flesh Raker, right? Because I need colorless. Or can I? How much can I untap this monolith? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do it. So I can play my Academy, untap my monolith, play a Flesh Raker. And then I guess this is blind spin draw because I could win this turn, and if I don't, I can just replay my top next turn anyways. Definitely not cracking Bauble, probably. Okay. There's no reason I can't crack Bauble, right? Unless I think my opponent has... I think I can crack Bauble now. Because my opponent didn't have Mind Wave Trap before, and then that turn they dredged twice and 3 times. So I'm pretty sure I could crack Bauble and play Jet and give myself more chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I think there's basically 0% chance they have a Vigor in the main, and even if they did, I'm not sure that matters. But this gives me a chance to win the game this turn as well. All right, so that's not a good look. Serum Powder, Ancient Tomb Workshop. The good news is that we have protection this turn, so... They could have, technically, they could have 4th Noxious, I guess, but on their Bazaar. I don't know. Like, after seeing these dredges and the way the game played out, I think I would rather just... I mean, they shouldn't even bring back the Icarids this turn. They probably don't even want to dredge until my turn, so they don't hit chills. So they do have the 4th Noxious. All right. So that was definitely a thing that could happen if I chose to get rid of my Bauble. I mean, I can't get chilled from 20, though, so should be able to win the game this turn, I would think. Draw. And then spin. I guess we can just miss here. No, second top. Defense grid. I can't weave the defense grid in, right? All I can do is play the top. I mean, I could weave a key in. So I could draw with top, play a key, and draw with ring, and then I can play defense grid second top. I don't know if that helps me that much. I think that's actually better, because if they did have like something... I don't know if that's actually better or not. All right. Serum powder. Haven't cast a serum powder in a while. Defense grid. Top. Top. Cool. All right. Yeah, this has got to be our best matchup in the entire format, I would think. We'll bring in worm coils and a bunch of hate. Worm coils are great. Soul guide's great. Needle is great. Cage is great. Crypts are great. And then chalice is not necessary. Ballista is not necessary. I mean, you could still keep ballista in maybe. Still like defense. I mean, maybe defense grids are not even that necessary either. Karn is not very good. I want all of these Tezzerets, but they don't have any in stock right now, so I want the 4 of the buff Tezzeret. Silver Fox Tezzeret. Anyways, what do I take out here though? Maybe I take out a Talon Gates. Maybe I take out 2 Talon Gates. I think this deck operates on 14 lands, and I have a bunch of extra lands in because Wasteland is broken. I kind of like that idea. And then Powder's actually probably good here. I want to keep all my Haymakers. Maybe the answer is a key. And I don't think I need split keys, so I guess I would rather have this key. 14 lands, monoliths, Tezzerets, flesh rakers. Maybe I just only need 1 key because I have Tezzerets. Like, that's probably true. I mean, they're still really good with the ring. Maybe I just want to keep some of that. Well, what would I take out? I mean, defense grid is less good against on the draw versus grief. I already took out 2 Talon Gates. Can I go lower? I mean, maybe I can go even lower. 13 lands? I don't think so. All right, I'll just try kicking out the keys for now. It could be like some defense grids on the draw because they have griefs. I'll train 1 defense grid. key, ring. I mean, I assume this is still a keep, right? It's not that good. It doesn't have 2 pieces of hate. They kept a 7-card hand after powdering. They do have negations that are both gone with Narcomoebas that are gone. We have so many good draws that I kind of want to put this hand back. But it also is a hand that has 4 starting mana, so it's kind of hard to put back. A single top is a good draw. Every Tezzeret's a good draw. Grids and monoliths are bad draws. I'm going to keep it. I don't know. It feels hard to put this hand back, even though our deck has so many good hands. Hollow one. No grief. I'm definitely not playing a Soul Ring right now because I don't want it to get Mindbreak Trapped or Mental Missteps. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use this and play a ring. Obviously, this is less optimized for drawing cards with a ring, but it's better against Mental Misstep and it's better against Mindbreak Trap. It will also be better for Fleshraker on the next turn as well. So we do take a big hit here for 4. My opponent didn't hit a Narcomoeba yet. There are 2 Narcomoebas gone. So it might be hard for them to hit a Narcomoeba to bring back that Amalgam. Okay, they missed, but they did hit an Icarid. So let's see. If I use my Soul Ring, if I play my Soul Ring, I can play a Fleshraker, and then I can play 1 key. How can I sequence this in the best possible way for the most damage? So if I play my Ancient Tomb and I play a Fleshraker, and then I play my Soul Ring, and then I play a Fleshraker, and then I play Key, that's got to be the best way for most damage. I haven't seen a chill yet from my opponent, but I don't know if that means they haven't hit the chills or they All right. Opponent's at 8. See what happens. Activate. Hit the 3rd Narcomoeba. Hit the 4th Narcomoeba. There's 1 Amalgam. 1 Icarid. Doesn't look like they have chills. 2 Amalgams. Oh, there's a chill. Oh god, that means all the chills are still here? Oh, there's 1 chill in exile. So there's 2 chills remaining in their last 12 cards, or they could be in one of them could be in hand. No reason not to block. No reason to do anything with that. We drew a Serum Powder. So if I were to make 2 unblockables, is this enough damage? It's 6. I'm 1 short, right? No, I'm a ton short. Why did I think I was less than 1 short? I am 3 short. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I want to block. 2 possible chills. I think it's 1 unblockable. I think it's just 1 unblockable. All right. Time for them to do math. So we don't know how many chills are in their deck. There could be as many as 2, as little as 0. Depending on how they boarded. This is definitely the problem with keeping our hand, right? We just don't have a follow-up for the One Ring being forced. Like, we have a follow-up. It's not terrible. Like, if we at some point had drawn a Sensei's Top, even a single Sensei's Top, or a ring, or a Tarn, or a Tez, like, not a Karn, a Tez, we have like a bunch of good hits, and then any of our graveyard hate would have been good. I think it's enough. I think there's enough hits. It's not like our hand was bad against Dredge. Our hand was totally reasonable. It just was a little weak to force if we don't draw anything. So I think my opponent is supposed to bring back all 3 Icarids and Dredge down to 1 card. So that they can draw next turn naturally and still bring back all 3 Icarids and make an attack on the next turn. I don't think... So if they have double chill, I still don't think they can win on this turn, even if they have double chill, because double chill puts me to 5. I have 6 blockers, and they have 6 attackers if they want. So no matter what, I don't think I can die on this turn. It doesn't mean I can win the game on the following turn, though. So my opponent can also, depending on how they know how many chills they have left, they can just choose not to do any dredging and just attack with Icarids and wait till the next turn, which I think is totally reasonable as well. So they hit a chill, and they hit their 4th Icarid. So we're definitely dead on the next attack. So they have up 1 chill left in their deck. I'm at 6 life. Wow, I have to block with everything because if they hit the chill, I die, right? Because I'm taking 2, I'm going to 6, and I'm going to if I take an additional attacker here, I will die. Okay, so I will block everything my opponent has. There was 1 chill in exile, but now there are a total of 3 chills in exile. So there's 1 more chill in their deck or in their hand. I think it technically could be in their hand, but I think it's more likely to be in the in the bottom part of their library. So if I were to not block one of these 3 power creatures, I would take 2, go to 6, take 3, go to 3, and die to chill. Assuming they had the ability to exile exactly 7. Which they do. They have a Thug and a Shell, so... Okay, I will try to top deck out of it. They don't have to do anything here. They just go next turn and make me top deck out of it. That was kind of sad. We came pretty close, but they are activating. Maybe they're trying to naturally draw and find a piece of interaction. Looks like that's what they're doing. They do know what cards are left. There's no Vigors left. There is no Forces left. They could have a Noxious. Don't know. Now, yeah, okay. I drew a Mana Vaults, so I died. Okay, sad. I didn't draw really enough action there. Wasn't drawing action either. Maybe I just mulligan that hand. I could see it. All right, back on the play. I want this grid back in. And let's find a nice keep with a bunch of action here. We have so many good cards. Like, maybe settling for 1 is just not it, you know? Even though our hand was pretty reasonable. I think maybe a mistake. All right. Keep. All right, so... What is my sequence here? I guess it's just Workshop, Powder, Lantern. If they Vigor me, it's bad. So I can't do anything else. I mean, I think this is always a keep, right? I guess I theoretically could hold the lantern and play a key this turn, which would make me less exposed. Maybe that's better. He doesn't really do anything, though. But if I get Vigored, I actually don't have a... I mean, I have a ring, so... Oh, yeah, I think it's okay if I get Vigored. Like, if I get Vigored here, is it really that bad for me? Opponent kept 7. And if they grief me, I still have 2 good hits. All right, so they did grief me. So would you take Tezzeret or the ring? I don't think I got him. I think I missed. I assume they take the ring, considering there's already a lantern in play. Because if they don't take the ring, I have ring and key, but they could have force as well still. All right, took the ring. Activate Bazaar. The thing is, this Tezzeret can find a Vexing Bauble, right? They had Force blue card, Grief black card, 7 card Zarkeep. All right. Not good. Don't think I'm lanterning right now. There is a Golgari Grave Troll and a Shambling Shell in my opponent's yard. It will be pretty hard for me to get this Grave Troll if they hit well. I want to hold these for like Raker and Tez, right? Maybe I don't, because I don't want to play into Mindbreak Trap. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to activate this lantern. I think I need to get so much value out of this lantern. Should I natural draw the Grave Troll? They hit a Chill, an Icarid, and an Amalgam. That's so bad for me. I feel like that's so bad for me. Oh, double Bazaar. Uh-oh. I have to hit now, right? Yeah, they get to hold this Grave Troll. That's so bad for me. That's so bad. They get to hold last card Grave Troll. All right, well, I have lots of good ways to top deck out of this, so... I don't know if that's, like, the best one, but it's certainly an okay one. I'm not unhappy. That's not it. That doesn't get us out, but it does make their lives harder. So small victories. They still have 36 cards. It does buy us a rebuy, yeah. They hit Icarid, Bazaar, Grave Troll. Sure, I can show Exile. Don't think I'm activating. Okay, now I guess I have to activate probably. They hit Narcomoeba, Icarid, Grave Troll, Prize. I mean, I have to activate this. All right, 27 cards left for my opponent here. Upkeep activation. They hit Thug Thug. Dredge. Nothing. Worm Coil. That might be good enough. That might just be good enough. Yeah, they don't have enough damage. This is a chill and a Narc Amoeba and an one prize amalgam. We attack and we untap with our Energen. So yep. That's another chill. Yeah, this is fine. We're good here. Pretty close. That also probably wins. I guess I just do it. Yeah, I just attack and play the ring instead. And I just use the Ancient Tomb. I'm gonna use the Ancient Tomb, and I'll untap the Mana Vault. All right. I don't even have to use this ring. I can just use this Worm Coil, and it'll be fine. All right. Yeah, that's our best matchup, I think, in the entire format. Okay, here we go. Round 3. My opponent does not have a cat. I've got a banger. Oh my gosh. Okay, I keep. I don't know if there are much better hands than this one. The classic Vexing Bauble. Turn off your schnuff. This hand's nuts, by the way. This is the highest of high rolls. See? See that? This is considered lucky. This hand is lucky. Good RNG. Oh, man. Where's opponent at? I didn't make him wait that long, did I? A minute? So I'm thinking Ruby, Crypt, Bauble, Ring. So you don't want to play the Forge with no mana, right? Also, the Forge is kind of bad with Vexing Bauble. Can't play any zeros off the top right away. Take it down. All right, I don't know where opponent is. I'm gonna pause the video. Pause the video. Okay, here we go. Opponent is back. I'm ready to go. Not me. I see what you're doing. All right, Bobble, what do you say, you opponent? Are we resolving? Oh, got forced. Pitching a frog. Ooh, big frog. Does that mean it's bug? Does that mean we're getting turn 1 collector oofed? Oh, man. I think that means we're getting turn 1 collector oofed. I think we're dead. I think we're getting turn 1 oof by the bug player. There's no one else plays a frog, right? Oh, Underground Sea. We didn't get oofed. They didn't draw the Moxen. I love that for us. Boom, I'm gonna draw. Okay. Okay, yes. Uh-huh. Can't get spell pierced. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't. I want to play the Forge. It's so much fun. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's also a winning. That's a win, right? Pretty sure that just wins. We can act like we didn't have it, though. We can act like the Tezzeret got it for us. No! Ooh, okay, yes. Functioning on all cylinders, not bad. Not bad. So I think our opponent's on bug, right? I think that's a reasonable thing to assume if we've seen Psychic Frog and no Lurrus. So I'm gonna bring in the Portable Hole, and I'm gonna bring in the Dismembers. And I'm gonna bring in the Masticores, I guess. That's a lot. Maybe I don't bring in all the Dismembers. Are there maybe I have all these members for mono weight? Why do I have all these Dismembers? I can't remember. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna take out Chalice. I'm gonna trim a key. I'm gonna trim powders and a top and another key. Just trimming things that have activated abilities, which is my whole deck. Is Ballista good here? I guess Ballista's still good if they have Bowmaster, right? But how many Bowmasters could they possibly play in like a bug deck? I mean, as many as 4. But would they play 4? I feel like bug players don't typically play 4 Bowmasters anymore. But also, no one plays bug, so I guess it could be like Doomsday with frogs. I'm gonna take it out. I think I'm gonna take out the Karn too. I'll try this. I don't know. If they're not on Doomsday, I'm gonna be a little, or not on bug, I'm gonna be a little sad, right? But no, you could technically play frogs in your Doomsday deck with Street Race, I think. I mean, but you probably want to play Lurrus, yeah. It could be a Tinker deck with Frog, in which case my board plan is really bad. I don't know, we just like didn't see enough stuff, so. This is my concern with the Portable Hole. Like, I can't really cast the Portable Hole unless I... Oh my god, there's more gnats. These are gnats, right? I think he got away. Maybe I, like... They're not flies. It's not like they're, like, trash flies. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I live in a pigsty. Alright, so it is green. Okay, so I think it's bug. I'm gonna run straight into a Spell Pierce or Daze, right? Like, there's no way I am holding this Forge. I guess I can see if the Jet gets dazed or Spell Pierced. I mean, like, what am I? Oh, just gets forced? That's great, right? Okay. So this means if my opponent goes like, oof, then I have Ancient Tomb Masticore and I probably win. If they go Wasteland, it gets a little harder. Oof, you can still oof. Fuck. Time Vault. I'd rather my Time Vault get countered. Maybe I wouldn't, because I have Tezzerets in my deck. I didn't think about that. Now I get oofed. That is certainly worse for me. Yeah. I mean, I think I'd rather have this top in play than activated, right? In case I draw Academy. All right, so I was gonna say Talon Gates would have been good. Workshop would have been good. Tellurium would be good. I mean, if they play Oko on the follow-up, it's quite rough, right? Yeah. And Bug does seem like a thing that's tough. I do think this Masticore, like, it's pro Loco, but I got Wastelanded. It was the problem. See, chat? That is lucky. 3 out of 50. I don't even know what they have that can kill this. Maybe a Nature's Claim? I have to pitch a card to this. Maybe I should have... No, Vigor can't... Oh, I guess they can pay for the Vigor, yeah. I have a defense grid, so that's why this automatically resolved. But I guess they could technically Vigor, alternate cost, and pay 3, yeah. I can at least pitch a Masticore and kill the Collector Roof, right? That's probably worth it. This card's so strong. Pro multicolor, baby. Oh, this is pro multicolor. It's a 5/5, 5/5 first striking pro multicolor. So they can't target it. All right. I could skip a turn, I guess. I think I'm just gonna pitch the second Masticore and kill the Oof and unlock my top. Oh, I'm happy for you. I feel like unlocking my top is better than any of these other choices. I still think... I mean, I could draw with my top, and that would give me 2 cards to throw. But it's probably not very good. I do have a Flesh Raker that I can't cast. I could kill the frog by throwing the Monolith. So what I can do... Well, first I can attack the Oko. Ooh, am I going to die if I attack the Oko? Probably just need to preserve my life total and try to combo. So if I play 2 Masticores and go to 10, and then on my upkeep, I draw with top, and I fling the I can fling Monolith. No, I can't, because I would have to fling one of the cards that I want, right? So I can't play a second Masticore. So I guess I just have to take the Flesh Raker next turn and go for the kill. I was hoping there was a way I could like get a second Masticore into play, use my top. I mean, I could just not pay for one of the Masticores, right? But this lets me kill anything. It lets me kill an Oof. It lets me kill a Bowmaster. It lets me kill whatever. So I'm probably supposed to just hold it. My opponent's gonna get a hit in with Frog, but I will still have defense grid. I have to be able to, like, if I get Wasteland, it's pretty bad, right? It's not great. I think there are ways we lose this game for sure. Pitch of Spell Pierce. Gain flying. Imagine if we had a Patchwork Automaton. All right, Frog is coming in. Can't block it. Don't have flying. If they don't play anything of value, then I think we throw the Massacre at the Frog. Because that's the thing that's threatening us immediately. Why isn't Grief Scam more of a thing in Vintage? It's just not very strong. Grief scam, like you grief your opponent's best card and then they play an ancestral and you lose. Like, I don't think grief scam was even that good in Legacy. So, am I supposed to draw with this top in case they like Oko my top? I mean, it's not really an insane take. I think they banned the wrong cards. We don't have to go into this. We don't have to go into this. I'm pretty sure it was another one of the unfun bans in Legacy where people didn't like it, so they got banned. Well, they already used Oko. If they hadn't used Oko, I think I'd be forced to draw with this top. I'm just going to do it anyways, right? There's no downside. There's no downside. Oh, I can get Thoughtseize now. I understand all your... Trust me. I understand all your arguments. I understand what you're going to say. I still believe... Wait, why didn't this let me target it? Oh, it's when I discard? Okay. Whee! All right. This Massacre is so strong, man. It's so good. Do you also think Ragavan was too good? Because it's pretty similar. No, I got missed. No, you can't miss that me. I have a defense grid. 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 Ah, I got him. Defense grid. Let's go. If they had not played their oof, they actually could have played mental misstep through defense grid. Yeah, but, you know, if this grid was a patchwork automaton, the game would have been a lot easier. All right, that was actually really awesome. I think that matchup is probably not very good for us, and we powered through. All right, here we go. Round 4 on the play. Give me a broken hand. Yeah, that looks pretty good. One problem with this hand is, like, in the blind, I want to play this defense grid, but if I think my opponent's on mono white, I don't want to play this defense grid. I might want to try to Tezzeret ultimate in this game. Let me just run a quick I don't think this player plays other decks. No, they've played initiative like 30 times in the last year and nothing else. Okay. I'm going to play this. Like I know that my opponent is on initiative. So in that case, what I'm going to do is... Yes, they play Clarion Conqueror. Oh, I guess Clarion Conqueror would stop my Tezzeret. I see what you're saying. I mean, I'm keeping this regardless, right? Can I Tezzeret ulti? I would need to cast 3 spells after. So if I play Mana Crypt, Saga, Tezzeret, Sapphire... No. So if I play Mana Crypt, Monolith... No. I don't think I can ulti Tezzeret. I can definitely ulti him on turn 2. If I ulti him, doesn't make my Grim Monolith untap, though. I mean, I don't have to tap my Grim Monoliths, but I can untap a Grim Monolith, too. So if I go Mana Crypt, Saga, Tezzeret, untap my Mana Crypt, Monolith, Mox. Mana Crypt, Monolith, Tezzeret, untap Manolith, Saga, Mox, Defense Grid. Get it all in play. Then I get Clarion Conquered, and I mean, I can't beat a Clarion Conqueror, right? Well, what can I tutor? What can I tutor? I could tutor a Walking Ballista, doesn't really help me. I could tutor a Key, doesn't really help me. I could tutor a Top. So what if we play everything out and tutor a Top? Oh, they revealed a Chancellor. Okay. So I think that means I just play Saga, cast my Mana Crypt, paying the 1. I think I'm just going to play Monolith, Tezzeret, and untap. I don't think I'm going to go crazy here. Unless I just go Vexing Bobble, then I can't actually get... Wait, why didn't I do that? Yeah, that's totally right. Why didn't I think about that? Because then my opponent can't ever play the game because Mono White can't beat a Vexing Bobble. Yeah, that was stupid of me. You're right. You're totally right. Twitch chat wins this one. This is Twitch chat. I was thinking about what could I tutor, and I was thinking about like Walking Ballista, Sensei's Top, Key, but yeah, Vexing Bobble is the one we are literally here to do. I mean, it's kind of weird because I think if I didn't, I think I would have thought about like Vexing Bobble is the #1 thing I thought I always talked about as the best Tezzeret target, right? But for some reason, like because I know my opponent's on mono white, I didn't even think about Bobble, which doesn't make any sense because Bobble is actually incredible against mono white. It's very weird. That's fine. We get our Saga Wastelanded, but now we just untap, and if we draw an artifact, we can probably ulti. I mean, we probably don't want to ulti. Okay. This is the most busted thing to do, unless you're like taking infinite turns or whatever. It's the reason to do the thing, to do the deck. So. Damn. I wonder if I want to play a defense grid or I'd rather just hold this for ring on the next turn. Probably just hold it for the ring on the next turn. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of blanked for a second. I feel like if I played this deck more than once before the stream, or if I ever played this deck before, like I would just have seen that right away. But yeah, I missed it. I don't know why. Yeah, they can't play the game because they can't beat that. Yeah, and then they're just dead. Because this just tutors a Sensei's Top and then I win. All right. Yeah, Vexing Bobble, obviously. Mono white. It's so weird because Vexing Bobble, you don't really think of it as an anti-mono white card, but it is on the play for sure. Like, we're going to take it out in this game. Game 2. But on the play, it's just totally broken against mono white because mono white needs artifacts to be able to ramp out its things. I guess it doesn't technically need artifact because it can do like Ancient Tomb, Void Mirror and Ancient Tomb Null Rod, but that's not really how mono white's configured. The good news is we do have a few cards. I assume we don't bring in Worm Coil. Do we bring in Worm Coil? I guess that's a question. Walking Ballista sounds bad. Karn on the draw doesn't sound great. Serum, the defense grids all need to come out. That's an easy one. Maybe the powders come out and we just play a more robust game plan versus mono white. And yeah, it seems reasonable. This is probably the matchup where I really want the 4 dismembers that I put in my sideboard here. But yeah, it's funny because that's like I have a whole video right on Tezzeret where like I'm like the biggest thing and the most important thing is you are gonna be able to play turn 1 Tezzeret searching for Vexing Bobble and Chalice of the Void. And then I'm like, oh, what about if I get a top? Okay. This hand looks good. So the biggest problem with Masticore is another Chancellor. Pearl. And this, and then Null Rod, or Void Mirror. That's pretty good. We do have a Talon Gates, so we can play through it, but it's still pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is play out the Workshop and cast the key and get the key countered by the Chancellor and the Void Mirror. And then next turn, I can use Ancient Tomb and Workshop to play... I mean, I can only play the Mana Vault, but... I need to keep my Talon Gates from getting wasted. So I'll get this key, and I'll get it countered by both of these. This game isn't over yet, but we are in a really bad spot, obviously. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Ancient Tomb just because it's better at using the gates sooner, but I also am really worried about getting wastelanded, right? Ooh, Cavern. Okay. Yeah, turn 1 Void Mirror is just going to be really hard for a monocolor deck to beat, even if we have some answers. So if I had played turn 1 Ancient Tomb here, could I have played? No, I couldn't really have played anything. So maybe that was my fault, though. No, I needed to be able to play Mana Vault this turn, right? Hmm. What's my best chance of winning? Resolving Masticore? Gate the Mirror. That would not be a legal play. Only in paper. Bottom. Lost well. That's my plan, I think. Masticore, I hope they have nothing. I mean, it kind of looks like they have nothing because they lost Weld and bottomed and played nothing, so. So I will use this to make blue. And then I will play a Masticore. And if it lives, then I can pitch Dismember and kill the Void Mirror and then open the whole game up. Now they have swords or something. Solitude hardcast. Brutal. Mox first doesn't help me. I can't do it. I can't cast Mox. Getting Solitude is pretty brutal. They have white now, and they can cast the Chancellor. I'm still not ready to concede this game. But I'm pretty close. The problem is we would need 2 Talon Gates to Vault Key, so I don't think we can get out of this. I think if we drew Tolarian Academy. Yeah, Tolarian Academy would get us out of this. So if we were to draw Tolarian Academy and then ring into Vault Key, that would probably do it. But it looks like my opponent's going to Throne and probably just put into play a Clarion or a Peacekeeper. Okay. That's a basically impossible game to play through with the Void Mirror. I do think that I might have made a mistake though, because if I had played Ancient Tomb on turn 1, then on turn 2 I could have played Talon Gates and played Mana Vault or something out, and maybe that would have helped me. I'll take the draws. Let's try it. I think that would have helped me a little bit. It was obviously like exposing myself, but I think I underestimated the degree in which I was in trouble. That certainly doesn't do anything. Probably taking the Wormcoil's Outpost board here and bringing back in the Vexing Bauble and the Chalice of the Void, which I could also obviously fetch with my Tezzeret on turn 1 to stop them from doing fast things. I think I'm going to bring the Karn back in on the play as well. Oh yeah, I had Portable Hold to draw too as well, so pick out one of the other keys here. Well, technically this is a matchup where they can needle a key, but it's also a matchup where I want unblockable. It's kind of annoying. All right, on the play. This is actually might have been a Serum Powder. Might have been a good Serum Powder. Like on the play, I might want to have Serum Powder. So this hand cannot play Tezzeret's Chalice through a Mindbreak Trap, but I can play through a Chancellor, so I think we go Ancient Tomb, pay for the Ruby, Black Lotus, Tezzeret, Vexing Bauble, top. Oh, I guess this is gonna get me Mindbreak trapped on my Tezzeret, which is actually way worse. So I should have done my Lotus first. But they're F6, so it's fine. That was unfortunate. Yeah, misplay. I mean, this is exactly why we think Tezzeret might be broken. Just being able to play turn 1 Bauble with a huge amount of consistency. Also a free Tez counter. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it was just wrong. I think we'll spin and see if we can find something better to do. Masticore Flesh Raker that I can't cast. Oh, I can cast the Flesh Raker if I go... No, I can't. Because if I draw the thing, I can untap the Ruby. I mean, they can still do stuff. I mean, we just want Flesh Raker, right? Because we can tutor next turn for another top. But to play Flesh Raker, I do need to draw the city, which is a huge problem, right? Or no, I don't need to draw the city. Because well, yeah, I do, because I can't... If I draw city next turn and I draw the Flesh Raker with top, but then if I tutor for another top, I can't actually have two tops. But if I don't, I would have to use my Tezzeret to untap my Ruby to play my Flesh Raker, but then I can't tutor for another top. I don't know if I'm like missing something obvious. Well, drawing with the Bauble is not going to give me enough mana, so maybe I just draw the Masticore next turn. I don't know. I might be missing something obvious, but I can't figure it out, so... Oh, maybe I was supposed to draw with my top just to give it a Tezzeret counter every turn. I was probably supposed to do that. Not last turn, though. Last turn, I think I was supposed to just spin. But this turn, I might be supposed to... If I'm going to play Masticore, especially... I got Wastelanded again. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. So this time, I do want the Flesh Raker. So what I'll do is I'll just spin and draw Flesh Raker and cast it. I don't need to draw with my top, because that won't matter. So yeah, this I can just get the Flesh Raker down this turn. If I had kept my workshop, then it would make sense to upkeep my top so that I can play Masticore and top and trigger the Tezzeret and put him up one. I actually, I think it's pretty bad how badly I sequenced with my Tezzeret in turn one actually cost me, because I would have a lot. I would be able to like search as well, right? I could like search for a Mana Crypt, on a Mana Crypt, obviously, because there's a Vexing Bauble. But if I had that extra counter, I guess I can. I guess I could technically draw with this top. If I did that and I played the Workshop and then I used the Tezzeret to get a Mana Vault. Hold on. Oh, I had to do that in my upkeep, though, because now I lose my top. All right, whatever. It's fine. I think I played this section badly. If I go back and review this, I'm sure there's like a really good way to do this, and I didn't do it. So, like, I should be getting Tez counters every turn, probably. I mean, here it doesn't matter, though. Like, my opponent can't play anything here, so I just search with Tez for another Sensei's top and win. Yeah, I mean, we just simply won this game because we won the die roll, and we are playing 5 Vexing Baubles. I guess we're playing 6 Vexing Baubles when you consider we have Chalice, Vexing Bauble, and 4 Tezzerets, right? I think I also misboarded here, where I was supposed to bring in the Serum Powders back in and just, like, go for the turn 1 every time. Like, I think I need to make it so I'm forcing my opponent to have a Mind Break Trap or lose the game. Because for the most part, if you, like, give you a Vexing Bauble to your opponent here, they're just going to lose. Like, I mean, maybe they can have Ancient Tomb Null Rod sometimes, but... Yeah, true. Turn 1 Karn as well. Okay, so I think I played this really badly, actually. I think I sequenced really badly in the start of this, and I think I sideboarded slightly incorrectly as well. I think if you're winning the die roll, I would assume this matchup is super good for you. I think this deck looks really strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, obviously, we got bullied by Kevin in round 1 on the blue-black Lurrus deck, but those were very strong draws from the blue-black Lurrus deck, so... All right, here we go. Round 5, 3-1. We took that one early loss, and now we've been cooking, beating up the non-blue decks of the format. Here, we've got Serum Powder, and we have turn 1 Karn. I'm in. He's played Beseech. He's played kind of everything. Can't pass up a turn 1 Karn. Oh, yeah, Resolvers. Anything in this sideboard here? We've got Portable Hole, Cage, Needle, Lantern. We have no Lattice, notably. No Lattice. I didn't think it was necessary. I wanted the sideboard slots. I think I'm just gonna plus. Hope see if they're what they're on. They are null rotted now though. Oh, I think we found a Jewel Gamer. Yes. Turn 1 Karn does do that to people. Okay, alright. So, how do we beat Jewel on the draw? We don't? We die? That's not good. That is not good. I mean, yeah, it could be mono white too, I guess. I don't think I'm going to board like mono. I think I just run it back. I don't even have any sideboard cards for Jewel because I thought Mindbreak Traps were kind of bad with defense grids. Is there any hedging I can do that's realistic? I guess I could take out Walking Ballista and put in a Masticore. Maybe I could needle. I mean, what am I going to needle? The One Ring? I mean, that's the kind of the logic though, right? If that hand is good on 5 cards, then being able to Serum Powder 4 hands like that makes sense, right? All right, well, I'm going to just swap out a Ballista for a Massacre and see what happens. I assume we just die, but that's okay. Sometimes you die. Gosh, we got to win on the play. To be fair, I don't think Jewel existed in the same capacity when KarnForge was a deck. So I might have to make changes. I might still have to play traps or something. Oh, it's a Karn mirror. It's a Raker mirror. Oh, it's a Raker mirror. Okay. So it's still fine. We just want to find Sensei's Tops and get things going. I think we just go Ancient Tomb Raker, and then on the next turn we pop off. I guess we could go Tezzeret, Lotus, Raker. But then I lose my Tezzeret, right? So that's not very good. Yeah, I think we just try to hope we live for a second turn here, and then hopefully our opponent's Patchwork Automaton is a useless card, and we win. We'll see what happens. They're doing the same thing as us, but they're less combo oriented. They have a little bit more resiliency and creatures. We're gonna have to figure out what our best line is. A ring. Can you Raker kill through a ring? I assume no. What's this do? Deals damage to each opponent. So no. So what do you do in a Raker mirror when someone has a ring protection? Is there a way you can kill? Oh, the Walking Ballista. Okay. Take infinite turns, Karn them, and then the Walking Ballista that I got rid of. Okay. That's still fine, though. Because I think our turn here should be more powerful, right? So do we have a deterministic? What can we do? We have a Tezzeret and the ability to get a top. But I guess because we have a Forge, we are automatically infinite, so yeah, so we just go Workshop, Emerald, Forge, Tezzeret. Yeah, okay. So as long as they don't have a Mindbreak Trap, then we should be able to go through our whole deck. I'd rather play the Tezzeret. Search for top. Oh, they're just off it. Wow. This is why you don't want to play Patchwork Automaton, chat. It just doesn't do anything. Play good cards. So yeah, so here, we're not killing our opponent, but we get to draw through our deck with top. So we will hit Moxen eventually. get extra mana, take infinite turns with Vault Key if we need to, and then with infinite mana, I assume we can like Karn them and then get a Walking Ballista, something like that. We lost to Lurrus. What are the good cards? Literally anything other than Patchwork Automaton. Like, yeah, we have the same cards as the Raker deck has, but like, Serum Powder is better than Patchwork Automaton. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, literally anything that actually makes your combo better. I think I want to get some Smelting Vats into this deck. I think that's the next step is to get some Smelting Vats for a little bit more consistency. But like, my opponent played a Patchwork Automaton, it's a waste of mana. Complete waste of mana. Okay, sixth and final round of this Vintage Challenge. Win and in to top 8. We've got another cat to try to stop us. I'm electing to keep my hand. Not a bad hand. Mishra's Bauble. Looking at me. I can F6 now, right? I guess if it's a workshop, I could theoretically still be Jewel. So... Well, I want 4 of this Tezzeret, but I've only was able to find 1, so... I'm getting Spell Pierced and then Wastelanded. Oh my god. Wasteland is the most broken Magic card of all time. They're really gonna Spell Pierce my Soul Ring knowing I have a Mana Vault? Come on now. Ancestral. Oh, Lorien revealed. Lorien revealed. Are we safe? Oh, Mark's safe from Wasteland. God bless. Oh. Oh, God. I was so scared. Uh-oh. No Rod? Okay. Another defense grid. Oh, I should have played around Days. I should have played around Days. That was bad. Oh, I couldn't play around Days. I didn't have an artifact. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I got Force, yes, baited on my defense grid. Guess what? Tolarian Academy, another defense grid. My opponent said, okay. Okay, deal. All right. Now we just had not get wastelanded, and oh, we didn't get wastelanded. Okay. Bowmaster to the yard. Wait, Bowmaster to the yard's kind of interesting. I guess they can get it back from Lurrus. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. I mean, we technically have an infinite combo in our hand. With Glaring Fleshraker, Tezzeret, and Tezzeret, we can use these Tezzerets to get 2 tops. Oh, I lost another Bowmaster. Twister. All right, they're out of cards. All right. So what do we want? Ancient Tomb. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I have 5 mana. What is my line? I could go Tezzeret, untap Mana Vault, play Fleshraker, take no damage. That will keep my Tezzeret at 4. That's probably bad because they just hop the frog. I mean, they'd have to hop the frog and pitch, right? I could, of course, play Tezzeret and get like another mana rock. Doesn't seem very good. Because I want my 2 Tezzerets to just get... I mean, I can't Sensei's top combo, actually, right? Because there's a Bowmaster. What if I just get a Ballista with the first Tezzeret? I mean, the first thing I should do is I should just Tezzeret and play the Flesh Raker, because I think that's pretty good on this board. All right, I kind of like just Tezzeret, play the Flesh Raker off of this Mana Vault, and then we can figure out next turn what we want to do. But I can use one of these to get a big Ballista. And like, it's not great. Like, the opponent can't really attack with these Bowmasters right now unless they draw literally Bowmaster off the top and they bond a Bowmaster. They use their Lotus, so they can't go for Lurrus in like a quick amount of time. But I can't. I don't want to go all in on like Tezzeret stuff because I know I can't Sensei stop combo through the Bowmaster right now. If I find another top already, then I can get a Walking Ballista and do it. Okay, so they're gonna fly. It looks like they might just fly and attack Tezzeret then. So my Tezzeret can still search unless they pitch. Are they going to pitch? I think they should pitch. Okay, they pitched a land, so the Tezzeret can't search anymore. He can still untap the Mana Vault, though. And they still draw a card, because it's Psychic Frog for some reason. And then they buy Lurrus, I assume. Okay. All right, so now... what are we going to do? Unfortunately, buying Lurrus means I probably can't Walking Ballista down this Frog. Sapphire. Oh, wait, the Sapphire makes my Tezzeret be able to search. So... okay. Okay, so we just cast this. We still can't combo through the Bowmaster, but we can get a Ballista so that we don't lose to Lurrus. And then we can play a new Tezzeret. That's got to be our best choice, right? Or do we want to get a top just to filter into something good? Because if I get a... so if I use this Tezzeret, Tezzeret is mana neutral, right? So if I use off this Tezzeret, play a new Tezzeret, untap the Mana Vault, and then I'll have a huge Ballista. We cannot search Time Vault, no. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to search with my Tezzeret. And I'm going to get a Walking Ballista. And then I'm going to play a new Tezzeret. Well, I can untap my Mana Vault. It's going to get extra counters. And if I could just go get a top with this Tezzeret as it is. I should just get a top first and then play a Ballista and then spin my top. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get a Tezzeret. And then I'm going to use my Tezzeret. I think that's okay. I think as long as it gets a top, it doesn't matter. Sensei's top. That's free. Plus, that's actually +1 mana. And this gets bigger. And then I have... I guess I spin first, right? I spin first. Or... because I only need to play a 1/1 Ballista if I find a second top. I found a key and a ruby. Okay, so I'll just draw the key and I'll play this as a 6/6, a 3/3 ballista, which will be able to answer Lurrus and Bowmasters. It won't be able to answer Frog, so I will lose my Tezzeret. But it does. They do have to kill Tezzeret, so they do have to pitch a card. And this means that at any point, if I find another Tezzeret or another top, I can ping down Bowmaster and win with tops. And I can also ping down Bowmaster and use my top with Key to draw further into my deck. Pitching a Force. So they have Lurrus and an Unknown. They're going to hop their Frog. They have to hop it. Or I just block with token. They have plenty of things to though. Doesn't mean they might like end up not having enough to delve though. Right. I'm probably going to end up pumping the ballista so that I can keep killing, make sure I can kill Lurrus and stuff. But they did draw a bunch of cards here, so they could have like Fatal Push on this ballista right now, which would be pretty good. If they went like land, Fatal Push the ballista, play a Lurrus, that's probably the worst case scenario. If they just play a Lurrus, they return a Bauble or a Lotus, and that's fine. I can't really stop that from happening. Is there any reason to do anything now? I can just wait, right? I'm gonna have to pump this at least once because I want to kill the Lurrus and I want to kill the Bowmaster and I want to keep the ballista in play. I don't think there's any reason to respond to that. Demonic for Fatal Push, maybe? I still don't think there's any reason to respond. Or Demonic for... It's gotta be Demonic for Fatal Push, right? And maybe just Fatal Push the Flesh Raker. Which we can still use this ballista. Oh, okay. So they did Demonic for Fatal Push the ballista. All right, so with that, we kill the Lurrus, and we kill the Bowmaster, and then they just have a Frog that we have to beat, which seems pretty fine. Pretty good turn for them, though. Okay, so now we draw a key, and we get to do top stuff. Do we spin first? No, there's no reason not to play our key. I think we want to go one deeper before we spin. We know our next card's a Mox, right? How much mana do I have? 5+. So I think we should just spin. Oh, look at that. Now they need to have a mental misstep in their hand. Oh, I should probably have used the Voltaic Key to draw, though. In case they had mental misstep in their hand. Oh, defense grid. You're right. Okay. Wow. Got him. This defense grid was unreal. It didn't actually do anything because they were tapped out the whole time, but like... Okay, that was big. The only reason this worked is because we didn't get Wastelanded. Wasteland is so broken, man. Even in a game where I didn't actually get Wastelanded, I can still find a way to bitch about Wasteland. My power level is enormous. All right, so Portable Hole and Masticore. Did we see white? I don't think we saw white, right? Worm coil engines if they're not on white. And then what were we taking out last time? I think we took out powders and Karn. Did we take out Karn? What did we take out? Chalice on the draw. Yeah, right. Main deck push. You're right. That's a very valid reason. Maybe it was one voltaic key. I think Needling Frog is not usually very good. But you could Needle Wasteland, so we probably should bring it in. It's probably worth it. Between Needle Frog and Needle Wasteland, it's probably a good enough to like have in our toolbox, right? I kind of hate Karn. I don't know if anyone else feels that way in this matchup. Man, I feel like cutting cards is so hard. I don't want to cut a top. I never want to cut a top. Like, but we do have a lot more tops than we have Frustrakers, right? So maybe we cut one top. All right, all right, all right. The gnat is back. Oh, I muted myself after I attacked the gnat. I think I won, actually. He avoided me the first time, but I got him the second time, I think. Either way, I think cutting monoliths is like a thing I would expect you to do if we didn't have Tezzeret now, but now that we have Tezzeret, this hand, like if it had an Ancient Tomb, right? Ancient Tomb Monolith Tezzeret. All right, we have the mulligan this hand, obviously. I like that. What is my worst Magic the Gathering card? Is it Grim? I think it's Grim Monolith. Feels kind of bad because if we get Wastelanded, but I think we need. Maybe we don't need all the fast mana. What if we don't play Ruby and we just go Ancient Tomb Grid or Ancient Tomb Sapphire Grid, play around Days? Is that even good though? Well, like we need to make sure we have colorless. I guess if we, but because if we keep Grim, like we have to get rid of what Sensei's Top, and if we don't want to get rid of Sensei's Top, and if we don't get rid of Sensei's Top, we'd have to get rid of a Mox, and then the Grim is not even good, right? I think this Grim's got to go. It's a little awkward. I want to play Defense Grid before I try to play this Raker. Now we get to now we get to defend it. So let's go Ruby, bait a spell pierce or a daze, and then workshop. Oh, I guess I would rather try to beat spell pierce by having double Mox. I should have played the second Mox first. I think I'd rather try to beat spell pierce. Obviously, this makes it like Ancestral. It like makes my oh, I got sabotaged. Okay. All right, I think I'm just supposed to play the top out so I get a spin. Those are good cards. Wow. Okay. We could technically win the game on the next turn by playing Tezzeret and Time Vault. If my opponent plays a Null Rod, we can spin our Masticore back to the top. So what is... I mean, the order doesn't matter because we're going to spin again. But I guess our order is... Well, we can't play the Flesh Raker and the Tezzeret. But I guess we can make a trigger with the top, so maybe we can. 3, 4... No, we'll still be short. So I need to do Tezzeret after Time Vault then. Okay. All right, so I will do this way. And then if my opponent plays a Null Rod, I will spin the Masticore back to the top. And if they don't play a Null Rod, I'll... Okay. Well, it's still going to matter. I'm thinking through it. I have plenty of time. All right, so let's spin again. And I'm going to draw with the top, because I'm going to use it to play off of the Raker, maybe. Let's see if I have the mana. If I draw with the top, I play the Flesh Raker, and then I play the top. Then I won't be able to play another card. I guess I'd rather have the Tezzeret then in my hand. Probably doesn't matter, though. I mean, it could matter if I don't... No, it's fine. Well, like... I want to have the Tezzeret to be able to get me another sense. I guess that kind of doesn't matter. Kind of doesn't matter because I'm so weak to Null Rod here, right? I guess I'm not because I can still play Tez. Doesn't do anything though. Fatal Push the Raker. So I'm gonna be short on the mana to win the game with Tez right away. Okay. I'm drawing the Time Vault for turn, so I don't even have to worry about tutoring. So I can just tutor for mana or something if it resolves. But I don't want to just play Time Vault. No, I just want to play this. Well, I play around Bowmaster Ping by playing my mana source right now, right? So it's fine. I was just going to get a mana source instead of drawing this Masticore. But maybe I want to draw the Masticore. The problem with drawing the Masticore is I can't play the Masticore. So I was just thinking like tutor for a Soul Ring or something, or Mana Vault maybe. Oh, wait, I have 5 mana. No, I do have 5 mana. I have to play into Daze and Spell Pierce. I don't know. I've been playing this entire game around Spell Pierce, chat. Like, I played this entire game around Spell Pierce. It's just... I can't get this Time Vault back if it gets countered either. I don't think this is, like, super straightforward choice. I'm going to play around Spell Pierce. I guess if I get Spell Pierced on my Soul Ring and then I get Bowmastered, it's really bad for me though, right? But then at least I can still play a Masticore maybe. So maybe it's fine. I think I'm still going to make the play I want to make. Lotus? Why is Lotus better than, like, Soul Ring? Oh, I guess those things all play around Spell Pierce would be the reason. I think Mana Crypt's the best one because it makes colorless, right? I think it's Mana Crypt. If I play Mana Crypt, should I just play Time Vault this turn? I feel like there's no reason not to. They don't usually play Mindbreak Trap, but they could, obviously. Yeah, I guess Mana Crypt is bad for infinite turns. But is that really going to be a problem? Like, how often? I mean, it definitely is something. But I feel like it's still the best play. It just, like, uses our mana perfectly, doesn't it? Saga. Yeah, I mean, I can see the reasoning. Okay. Well, it looks like we're passing to my turn, which seems good for me. There's a Flesh Raker right away. I'm not going to activate this top beforehand because I can get pinged. I think it's actually fine, though. So, want to flip. Untap my Time Vault. I mean, they could have a Steel Sabotage to bounce my Time Vault. That's what they could have. GG's has been called. GG's. They're not even gonna make me play it. I mean, I have Flesh Raker combo, like, on the next turn, right, chat? Like, I have Flesh Raker top now, and then my Tezzeret can go get a top, and I'm surprised they said GG's as well. Not that they said GG's, but I'm surprised that they conceded. I don't know. Like, I think there's, like, pretty great reasons to get Crypt here. It's colorless, it's free, it plays around Spell Pierce for not only the Crypt, but it also plays around Spell Pierce for the Time Vault on the same turn, which helps play around multiple pieces of counter magic on their next turn. But yeah, so this turn I get to play Flesh Raker top, and then on the next turn with Tezzeret, I get a second top. And I guess they can theoretically have a Bowmaster, but they would have probably used the Bowmaster, so I don't know. There are downsides to Crypt for sure, because we're taking infinite turns, so. But I think there's, like, really good reasons to play Crypt too. All right, top 8. Did we break it, chat? Welcome to the very first Tezzeret top 8. And guess what? We're versing another Tezzeret in the top 8. We've got the Raker aficionado CRK himself, who went 5-1, losing the last round to Sean. So higher breakers than me. We'll be playing first here as the 4th seed. I have a ring key hand, so we're gonna keep it. We know that CRK is playing Raker Shops, but with Nettle Cysts and Patchworks as additional options. And Scrawling Crawler. Scrawling Crawler is going to be a really strong one in this mirror match here. Are we getting turn 1'd? We might get turn 2'd by this Time Vault. I don't think I have answers to Time Vault, Tezzeret. I guess I have a Walking Ballista. So if I make a big enough Walking Ballista, I don't die to a Tezzeret on the Time Vault, maybe? How big do I need to make my Ballista, though? Tezzeret starts at like 4, right? And if they have any zeros after, it's really bad. I don't have a needle in my main, so I have to either win the game this turn or prevent them from like casting a Tezzeret or something, or even even a key. All right, well, let's play out all my stuff and see where that leads us. So if I were to play a key here, I'd be able to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would be able to make a 4/4 ballista. So if CRK plays a Tezzeret and has no 0 drops, I can respond to the first activation by killing Tezzeret. That's not even that good though, is it? But like, am I gonna be able to win the game with ring key 2 activations? I feel like it's so unlikely for me to win with ring. I have to find like Fleshraker double top, but I won't be able to cast them. I would have to find... I mean, he could even just play Tezzeret and search for a key, but that would give me at least a turn in mana. I actually think I'm supposed to play the Walking Ballista because I don't think this one ring can win me the game, and I don't think my opponent's keeping their hand and playing turn 1 Time Vault unless they think they're going to kill me on turn 2 with it. So I think I'm going to make the play that I've been talking about. And then if it does let me get another turn, then I have the ring and a bunch more mana. Well, it doesn't go up. It's a 4 and a 0. So I just has a Volkey. Okay. All right. Not much I can do. Natural Time Vault key. That's fine. That's just kind of the matchup. It's gonna happen no matter what. So lost the die roll because we were worse breakers because he won the first 5 rounds. So that's no worries there. We're gonna bring in Portable Hole, and I think we're gonna bring in Masticore because Masticore is a Scrawling Crawler answer. That's also a Tezzeret answer. I think I'd rather bring that in than Dismember. Obviously, we're not going to need any defense grids in this matchup, but Serum Powder should be good. I don't know if we actually want Needle because we'll have all the same cards as them. I don't know if that's like, I mean, a Needle would have at least given us something to draw to there. We could have named Time Vault if we had like a better position. So maybe we do just like want to have access to it. Can't be that bad. And then we want Chalice and Bauble on the play. Want Chalice and Bauble on the play. Maybe we can take out a land in this matchup. Like a Talon Gate seems not very good. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take out the defense grids and the Talon Gates. And then on the draw, we'll take out the Chalice and the Bauble. And we'll probably just bring in Talon Gates Dismember or something like that. Yeah, nothing we can do there. That Time Vault key is definitely the worst part about Time Vault and key mirrors. This is Time Vault and key on turn 1 with no ability, no way to activate it. It is a free Tezzeret. What if I use the key for mana and then use the Tezzeret for Time Vault? Is that possible here? So if I go Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Key... I mean, I'm keeping this no matter what. Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Key down to 2, down to 1, up to 4. Tezzeret. I don't think I can. He probably has Mindbreak traps as well. I think I just want to go Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Tezzeret, activate Tezzeret, untapping Monolith, tapping Monolith for a bauble and playing Time Vault. And then just making him beat it. I can't think of a way to get enough mana to win on turn 1. I'm trying. Monolith, Key, because Key is always +1 mana. It gets us up to 4 mana. But then, obviously, I don't have a Key in Time Vault. I have a Tezzeret, which is just always mana neutral. It can search up mana neutral, so that doesn't help me either. What if it searched up like another Key? That wouldn't help. Okay, I think I'm just going to make the play then. So I'm going to go Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Tezzeret. I guess if they have Mindbreak Trap here, it doesn't even help them. Untap. Bauble. Got the Bauble Mindbreak trapped. So should I play around second Mindbreak Trap? Probably. So I'll play Voltaic Key then. I think there's just like no reason to play the Time Vault out. All right, so he needs to kind of win the game on turn 1. Or play a Scrawly Crawly, but I should be able to beat Scrawly Crawly. Oh. Okay, so he is going for that plan in the mirror. Okay. If I can get to Tezzeret Ultimate, that would be good. No, it's a good plan. Masticore. There's nothing I can search. I can search for a portable hole if I find one of my 3 Talon Gates, but I do need to hit another artifact that I can cast. I'll watch him like jam a Masticore here or something. I wonder if I don't think I was missing any way to like get turn 1 infinite there, so. Oh, I drew Talon Gates. So now I just win because I filter out and get a That's crazy, by the way. Nice null rod, baby. All right, that was pretty sweet. That was pretty sweet. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take out the Chalice and I'm gonna take out the Vexing Bauble. I'm gonna bring that Talon Gates back in and I'm gonna bring in a Dismember. I wonder if he'll board out the null rods on the play. I mean, I luck sacked my Talon Gates by like I also boarded a Talon Gates out. I had 3 ways to play that portable hole. I do think that if I hit like castable spells, then like castable artifacts, like I'll probably ulti Tezzeret and win the game anyways, but it does make me think if I want to maybe have more Dismembers in my deck. If he's on like 4 null rods or something. I don't know. Like I could theoretically have more dismembers. I don't really think I want more dismembers, though. I don't know. I think we had, like, pretty good chances to win that game if we, like, hit artifacts and, like, Tezzeret ult, right? That is not a hand that I'm going to keep. Full house. Oh, mulligan. This hand has, yeah, I mean, this is a keep for sure. So, what am I mulliganing, though? Because I can't mulligan the Pearl if I want to play a turn 1. So I just cut a Forge or a Ring here, right? So what is better? I mean, a Forge is better than a Ring because of Null Rod on turn 2. I think. Turn 1 Ring? Turn 1 Ring. So the Null Rods are back out. Means we probably get to Resolver here unless we get trapped. But I don't think I'm playing around trap. I need to cast my spells. I can't play around trap here. I could play around trap here. I'm not playing around trap here. I need the mana. I don't need a city. Come on, give me a Lotus, baby. Mana Vault. All right. They've got an active 1 ring. Not much I can do about it either. Oh, I'm just getting Vault keyed. He's so good at this game, bro. Classic CRK. He just has natural Volkey every time. GG's. I couldn't even mind break trap any of those, so. Nah, Volt is not the fun part of Vintage. It is true. But it's something that you gotta live with. You can only have one. Sometimes you're the colorless deck and you just open your hand with it in your hand. No problem. No worries, no worries. I think this is pretty unfortunate because this is like the good part, like the best part of his deck against us. Like I would much rather him be opening with creatures if possible, but you can't dictate that. So we were drawing Mana Vault, and then we had Ballista on top into Flesh Rakers. Pretty good. Just one top wins it. Might have missed. Oh no, we would have had an Exile, right? So we would win on we would have won on our turn, right? Because we would have drawn Mana Vault. We would have played Ballista for 0 probably, and then we would have had a Flesh Raker on top. We would cast Flesh Raker, exile the gates with the Forge, and then we would have had top on top and we would win. So we just needed to make it to turn 2, and we didn't make it to turn 2, and it happens. So only a top 8. Unfortunately, we got Tezzeret. We didn't actually get Tezzereted out. Opponent had natural Volkey with no Tezzerets. But there are, 7 Tezzerets, or Tezzeret, 7 keys in the deck, so. Yeah, we had the turn 2 there, CRK, but too many Volt keys from you. What are you gonna do? He's too good. I was really funny to watch just like easily beat Null Rod in game 2. I ripped the stupid Talon Gates. I was like, oh, I'll probably just Tezzeret Emblem and I'll be fine. I'll win with the Tezzeret Emblem. And then I was like, oh no, wait, Portable Hole it is. Oh, good luck in the rest of the top 8, CRK. Hope you win. As for this stream, I think this deck is sick. It seems very strong. I don't think it's tuned yet, but there are definitely things we can look at. So I think I was talking with chat, and I would say that the flexible slots from this build are 1, 2, 3 here, 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 and here, and there were 4 more. I guess the defense grids technically. So you have these 11 slots to work with. And obviously if you can board these cards into like whatever CRK is playing and play, you know, a more hybrid version with more attacking plans. We didn't powder. I don't think we powdered at all in this event, but we did cast a powder as a rock at one point. I think if I were to continue forward with this game, with this deck, which I hopefully will never have to do because I'd much rather be playing a blue deck, but maybe I'll give it over to Dan. Dan likes to play these kind of workshop decks. I think what I would like to do is I would like to maybe try changing these 2 powders to smelting vats. I'd like to see if we could fit an Inventor's Fair in the deck. I think an expedition map for Tolarian Academy is worth trying. Those are the things that I'm thinking about right now in terms of the deck. I don't think these server powders were bad or anything, but I think the smelting vats could increase our hits even more, especially because we're already down to the point where there aren't even that many creatures in the deck. But I guess the smelting vat, like, because if you can smelting vat monoliths and defense grids into time bolts, and that I think is the biggest deal. Like, obviously you can also smelting vat grim monoliths and defense grids into 2 tops for your Flesh Raker. I think smelting vat is the number 1 card I'd want to test more, and then from there it's like getting your deck resiliency against people attacking you. So Inventor's Fair and Expedition Map are theoretically ways you can get some resiliency. I think the mana, you already have like a little bit too much mana maybe, but you really need too much mana when you play against Wasteland. Like Wasteland is just a freaking beating. I would definitely take out one of these Tormod Crypts. We don't need 2. And then Four Dismember is only really good against Mono White. But I think you might want Four Dismember against Mono White, so I'd be hesitant to change that. You could also consider portable Hole in the Main if you are confident in your ability to not draw it and then tutor it up when you have Talons. But that also, like, maybe making the deck better at casting portable Hole could be interesting. Those are the things I'm thinking of. I think the number 1 easiest cut is Tormod Script. You don't need a second Tormod Script. You are already so good against Dredge with just what you already have in set up. So thanks for watching. This was an awesome stream. I didn't plan on streaming today, so it was pretty fun. Obviously round 1 was a little bit hairy, but everything else went pretty smoothly after that, and our losses were not super preventable. So thank you for watching. We'll see more Tezzeret and more vintage on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.